Ready, go. 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 In this one, your backswing is short. So you're still fairly fit and strong. So you can still make the downswing. But when the club stops about here, on the way down, you have a short runway. So imagine that if your engine is not really powerful, then yeah, with the short runway, you cannot lift off.
Okay.
So you need to, particularly as we get old, we need to increase the range of motion.
Okay.
So with the same amount of effort,
Right.
if you have a longer runway, then you will be able to accelerate longer.
Okay.
So then the speed will be higher.
So it's force over time.
So it's force times time, that's called the impulse.
Okay.
So that determines the overall momentum you gain.
Okay.
But if the runway is short, obviously you don't have that much time, then you'll not be able to accelerate enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what typically happens. And then I see this trend with aging, but it's important to, particularly as we get older and a bit weaker, then it's important to have a large range of motion.
Okay.
And also, if you look at your posture here, you tend to maintain direct gaze to the ball here. So your face is not turning much.
Right.
So with this, when you try to turn, that's what limits the backswing motion.
Okay.
So if you let your face turn with the body,
Yep.
you'll be able to easily turn the shoulder a bit more. So without using the arms much,
I wish I was left-eye dominant.
if your shoulders turn a bit more, then you have a larger range of motion.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, it's just a matter of practice.
Yep.
So your tendency is you try to use the right eye,
Right.
and then mostly you go this, the head goes like this.
Yep.
But instead, image that somebody is holding your hairs. So you cannot move the top of the head. And then with this, you have the excess here, then, the actual way to turn is just going this way. Lift the chin a little bit. Then you have to rely on the peripheral vision. But all you need to see is where the ball is. You don't have to have a direct gaze.
Okay.
So if you let the face turn a little bit, then it's easier on your shoulders. So your
Okay.
shoulder can turn a bit more.
Okay.
Naturally, you will have a bit more range of motion.
Okay.
So with this limited range of motion, and also you rush down, go up and quickly try to go down with the arms. So these are rockets and missiles. Okay. Then here you have rifles and handguns.
Okay.
But you try to win a war with this rifles and handguns instead of using the big.
Big muscles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you have limited range of motion about here, you try to hit the ball with the arms here.
Yeah.
Then pretty much these are out of commission. And also what I see here is that you tend to squat
Yes.
during the backswing. So you see the knees are flexed quite a bit.
Yep.
That means you are making a strong statement that you're only going to use the upper body muscles. Because when the knees are flexed here,
Yeah.
you will not be able to use what these do is just connect the body, upper body to the ground, but you're not really actively using this.
Okay.
In order to use these large leg muscles and the hip muscle here, in order to use these, you should have an active leg action here, using the knee flexion and extension.
Okay.
So you must have a good knee motion.
Yep.
But during the backswing, if you sit down here, that means that you're not going to use these. And you will just rely on the upper body muscle, try to hit the ball here.
Okay.
And then because of that, you tend to stand up in the downswing because you squat down in the backswing. Squat here, and then you see as you start here, it's just the arm motion here, the arms. And then also it's a short here, and then your hands are low here. Okay? Your hand positions are low. If you bring the hands a bit higher here, then on the way down, if you go to the target straight here, this won't collide with your body. But if your hands go low and you have limited backswing here, on the way down, it will collide, so you have to slide your body.
Okay.
Also, it pretty much eliminates your leg muscles
Okay.
on the way down. So you're sliding and then try to use the.
So there's a lot more potential for speed
Yes.
than I'm using.
And also, it could be because of the cause of your back problem in the first place. Because you're relying on these here, small muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, so that short backswing is problematic. And then this, fundamentally, what causes that is spinning motion.
Yeah, one question. So I hit a lot on TrackMan, on sim, because I'm up in Park City, Utah. There's no golf, it's snow. I do notice that if I don't maintain this width, I lose like 3 or 4 miles an hour on my driver. And so this is one of the things I've been wanting to ask you, because what you're saying is that getting the hands high, getting a fuller backswing is going to be more productive for me than maintaining.
It'll be easier, actually. Easier on your muscles. Yeah. So think about this. Particularly, a lot of speed is coming from the wrist motion. Okay? If you use the wrist well, then you can speed up the club head quite a bit. But what happens is when your hands stay low here, you limit your backswing about here. You don't have much wrist cock either.
No.
So from the beginning, you have a lot of negative aspects. It's
Okay.
all working against you,
Okay.
not for you. So
Okay.
with this small backswing, the hands are typically low here. It's too low. You have to bring the hands, even if you maintain similar magnitude here, but still the hands should be a bit higher so that you can use the wrist here and throw. But if the hands are low here, essentially you are hitting everything with the body rotation as one unit.
Right.
This is hitting like this, relying on your strength.
Okay.
But what we have is the so-called the double pendulum structure. Okay, so we have the arms are basically forming a pendulum. The club is another pendulum. So when these are connected, and it basically is forming a chain. So in the chain structure, if you try to increase the speed here, you have to use the wrist really well. The joint between the two pendulums here. You have to use the wrist and then release it here. Release instead of try to hit it with your strength.
Okay.
So from the beginning, because you have a short backswing, and then with this, what happens is you rush down. So you don't have enough time for your big muscles to be ready for the downswing. So what happens is you just go up and then try to hit the ball with the arms and then upper body muscles.
With the rest of the bag, if I'm making the swing with the driver, am I going to make the same swing and it's just going to get shorter with shorter clubs?
Similar idea, but with the irons, you can have a bit smaller backswing. But
Do I
particularly
don't need as much speed at the bottom, or why is it shorter? The length
because
of
it's
the club
heavier,
is shorter?
the irons are heavier.
Okay.
So when you have a heavier object, then you don't want to have too much motion.
Okay.
So this is lighter.
All right. Well, I can make a bigger backswing.
Yeah. So, and then also, currently what's happening is you have tendency of sort of spinning in the backswing. What that means is that if you try to increase the magnitude of the backswing here, you're spinning here, your upper body is leaning.
I need to move a little off the ball.
Yeah.
I
So
want to do that.
yeah, but instead of leaning the upper body this
Not
way,
leaning. No.
you
actually.
should have pelvis ball going this way here.
Yeah.
So when we have two legs here, so it basically gives you wide stance here. But now in this position, for stability, it's better to keep this stationary or relatively quiet here. But you can move the lower body a lot within this stance here,
Okay,
instead of the the top
Right.
moves like this.
Yeah.
So this is called a sway.
right,
And then, so when you have a purposeful shift motion here,
Yeah.
with the active legs and the active pelvis motion, then you can use these big muscles.
do you care if this comes off the ground?
It's okay.
Okay.
So in the backswing, when the heel lifts, but when the heel lifts, instead of just turning like this,
Yeah.
if this knee comes in here, more the knee is coming in like this, then that's not really good shift motion here.
What do you want?
You have to shift the body away. Then this leg is fairly straightened here.
Right,
But with your current swing pattern here, you're squatting here,
right,
and then comes this way here, and then try to stand up and try to push,
Right.
lift the arms up.
Yep.
That's what I see here. This is actually quite common among seasoned amateur players. So here in this posture here, you're squatting in the backswing.
Yeah.
Backswing is short,
Yep.
and then your face is going this way here. But then after that, what happens is you have stuck elbow here,
Yep.
because you're spinning and then the hands are low here. On the way down, your elbow must collide with the body.
Mm-hmm.
That for that, if you want to avoid this, then you have to slide your body away.
Yep.
Then the arms are coming in here.
Yep.
And then oftentimes you will have outward swing plane. The ball goes to slightly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
I find that.
of low hand position in the backswing here.
Okay.
So it limits the backswing,
Mhm.
and also you tend to rush down with the arms,
Mhm.
and it will collide here. So you have to slide the body.
Mhm.
Then it gives you outward swing plane here.
Yep.
So these are all combined. So if you want to change this, then you have to put the first button correctly.
Okay.
If the first button goes in the wrong hole, then everyone will go off, right?
So the first is the backswing, right? Or?
Yeah, and then, so you have to have a bigger backswing, but it has to be done right. So here, if you generally have this spinning action here,
Right.
so the butt goes this way, the head slightly goes this way, so your spine is leaning away, and then it's easy to keep the hands low here,
Okay.
right? Then the backswing will be short here. So if you go this way here, it's hard to change anything.
Yep.
So pay attention to the right shoulder motion here. Even if you do exactly the same thing with your arms relative to the body, okay, if you spin, then you will end up here.
Yep.
If you move your trunk this way here,
Yep.
the same arm position relative to the chest here, but if your trunk goes this way, and still you have really a tight, well-connected posture here, but your hands go a lot higher here instead of going here.
Yep.
So when the hands end up here, then you have this chain effect.
Okay.
It that detrimentally affects your downswing. So have the image of lifting the right shoulder here. Then, to do this, your face again, as I mentioned a little bit. So, image that somebody is holding your hairs here. So this part cannot move that much laterally. So it's held here. And then you have to turn this way here. So basically you have an axis from the head to all the way to the pelvis here. You have the spine axis. Just to try to turn about the spine axis. Naturally the chin is lifted slightly.
Okay.
If the chin is lifted, that means you are more going into slight reverse pivot posture here.
Okay.
With this natural turn here, you are going to a slight reverse pivot posture. With that, the pelvis shifts this way even more, instead of pelvis going that way.
Yep.
So if you can do this, then you can easily bring the right shoulder higher here.
Is that what you want? Okay.
So still the same, come up here. So lean forward a little bit, and then try to press against your chest here.
Yeah.
And then let's try to turn. This is the lower boundary here. Your elbow does not go below this. I can turn around. If you keep your elbow here, Still, your arm is fairly tight here.
Yes.
You're already maintaining more upright body posture. If your hands go about this much, then
Is this where I'm going?
yeah.
Wow.
Now stay there.
It
Stay.
seems like the ball looked way far away from me.
Stay there. And then if we put this here,
Yeah.
now the club automatically. Oh no. Just you can easily go to this position here.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Holy
only
shit.
only by changing. Of course, here. Your current habit is you go down here.
Right.
So you always keep the distance fairly close. Now, if you do not move the body much here, just the turn, naturally you will feel this a lot farther away.
Okay.
Okay? But
Yeah,
again,
it feels miles away.
come back, down here. So you have to pay attention to what you do with your shoulders.
Yeah.
If shoulder turns flat here,
Yeah.
but it's easy to turn flat because your body is leaning away here. You're spinning, the pelvis goes this way, the top goes that way, spin here, then you're already here. Your hands are quite low here.
Right.
If the hands are low, then you cannot maintain normal well-aligned swing plane here. And then on the way down, it collides here. Your pelvis has to slide away, and then you have outward swing plane here.
Okay.
But if you go higher here, by lifting the shoulders up here, on the way down, nothing obstructs the arm motion here. So you just go from here to the target here. You don't have to slide.
Okay.
Then you will be able to turn more this way here,
That's what I want.
or this way here.
Yeah.
That all starts with your shoulder position
Okay.
in the backswing. So again, so here, if you just look at your right arm here,
Yep.
you're folding the elbow here, and then you can still keep it quite tight to your body. You don't have to lift it. You can keep it tight here.
Yep.
But then if you lift your shoulder like this, then you have fairly high hand position here,
Yep.
right? But if you just go down here, if you're spinning around here,
Yeah, it's way lower.
Yeah, way lower here.
Yeah.
so this is the first button. So if you put the first button wrong, then it affects the rest here.